Good morning, my peeps. I come to you this morning with your daily messages from Spirit and with love and light. Hoping all is well with you and that you are doing well after the energy shift of the new moon, right? And everyone's making that big adjustment and things that have come up recently, perhaps even from the shadow self or shadow side of your divine counterpart. But we're going to find out what that is. Let's dive into these messages, all right? Again, anyone that's new to the channel or viewing that's not already seen any of the information regarding the energies that we're looking at is in the message below. So while I'm laying out the cards, you might want to just scroll down to that description to show you the divine feminine, divine masculine energy, the male female energy, the etc. You know. If you've already been listening to the channel or other tarot readers, then you know how the energy works. It's whatever pertains to your situation is how you move the counterparts, right? So let's get into it. Spirit, give us true and precise messages, please, of the collective, bringing forth their true and precise messages of the recent past, please. True and precise messages of the recent past. Thank you. And the recent past, please, of their counterpart, the person that they're thinking of, their divine counterpart. Thank you. Ouch. All right. Set that aside, Spirit. So I'm going to use the Blessed Sage for my hands. Their career, please, Spirit. Give us true, precise messages for the career. Thank you. Okay. Spirit wants me to pull these. The King of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and we have the Six of Swords. Beautiful energy. On the bottom, you do have Ace of Swords, new beginnings. And Spirit says this is the truth. Whatever that be when we get into it, right? Okay, let's look at the current energies. Spirit gives true and precise messages, please, for the collective. In their current energies today that they're going to be dealing with, what's coming at them. Give us true and precise messages from morning to night of what they're going to be dealing with for the 24 hours from when they watch this video. Beautiful. 4, 5. All right. And we're going to use the Mystic Shaman deck for the near future. Spirit, give us true and precise. Thank you. Splitting the deck, we do have your Kundalini activation. Your Kundalini is going to be moving up to, Spirit says, up through the next chakra. Whether it's just awakening, just being activated in your sacral chakra, or if it's moving up through, but you're all receiving this activation up through your chakra. And the corn is all about harvest, putting an end to the old and embracing and planting new seeds elsewhere, moving forward. Number 10 is completion, and you have these birds here moving forward. And there's 5 birds here, which crows, which are showing me change is in the air right now regarding this ending. Okay, Spirit, give us true and precise messages for the collective, please, of their near future. True and precise messages for their near future. Accurate messages, please. Beautiful. We have Taming the Wind. Whoa. Check on these. Okay, these are for your counterpart and what they're going to deal with in the near future. Okay, anything else Spirit wants to share with the collective? Any other messages or advice? Any other messages or advice, please? Any other messages or advice? go with the flow. That's your advice on that. Okay. These messages we're bringing forth to you, the collective, your ancestors that are around you, the ancestors of your life, your relatives that have died before you, got moved on before you, right? Over the rainbow bridge, as we say. The circle of life. Everyone's, the reincarnations. So, messages from your ancestors. Thank you. And the messages that Spirit wants to bring forth from your spirit guides, I have already, of course, meditated on all the cards, asking each deck for specific information from, and this one is the native spirit and is the hawks bringing in the messages from your spirit guides that are around you as the collective. Okay, we're going to use the shaman deck also for clarifying all the cards, and we'll get these other cards up here after we start. All right, so let me just use this feather. I do have the sage burning and the heart chakra candle still for those with a broken heart, those that are going through something emotional right currently. Know that we've already given blessing to the heart chakra there. All right, let's get into this with the recent past, shall we? The Emperor, Hangman, and Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel wants to turn. Beautiful cards. I love this deck. I'm just going to show you the back. All right, so in the recent past, you were seeing things from another perspective. Divine timing was showing you your reflection in the mirror, so that you could see things from another perspective. Not only your perspective from where you're at in your growth, but the divine counterpart's perspective of where they're at in their growth or their situation that they might be in. Also from the perspective, if you're putting yourself in the shoes of maybe their karmic or their other person, if there is one. Not everyone is in that situation. Many of them have already moved on. However, those that have a karmic still in their life, still in their midst, you're taking a look at as a reflection of what they might be seeing or how they're viewing you or this situation, this connection, right? And that's bringing up some emotions for you, perhaps a bit of maybe even a tower moment. But know that these things are all gifts from the divine in divine timing. Here he's dropping these coins from his fingers, and it reminds me of blessings falling from the sky. So know that these thoughts and these different perceptions are a gift from Spirit, so that you can grow from that vision, from that perspective. As the Emperor, you're stepping into your power, whether you're a male or a female. This is the Emperor Empress, right? Birthing new beginnings as the Empress. Emperor, embodying both all four kings or all queens, male or female, take it as it resonates. If you're more masculine than you are feminine, then you would embody the king energy. If you're more feminine than you are masculine, then you would embody the queen aspect. Knowing that we all have masculine and feminine within us. This number 4, it's about stability, bringing truth to matters as well. We do have eagles, I'm told, up here on the pedestal, and there's many posts all around him. He's in his truth, and he's holding this cross of, it's like a Greek symbol on his chest. So his belief system, whatever that be, that has been uprooted, not the way that he was raised perhaps, but this new belief system of this journey that he's on, spiritual journey for inner peace, right? The growth, his ascension, his awakening. He's holding that close to his heart, holding on to his beliefs and the movement forward as he journeys on, whether it be in his own strength. And I say he because it's a guy in this picture, but it certainly could still be, like I said, a female. But laying the foundation, a new sturdy foundation for himself in the way he wants to move forward, maybe in his soul purpose, in his mission, or her. right? The Wheel of Fortune wants to turn for you. In the recent past, there's many options, many paths you chose. The Wheel of Fortune wants to turn. If you chose the correct path, you chose correctly and towards your soul purpose, the Wheel of Fortune turns for you, right? And in this situation, it's saying, yes, the Wheel of Fortune number 10, it was an ending to that old cycle and a beginning to this new cycle, and it is moving forward with or without you, I just heard. All right. Well, I want to be on the wheel because they look like they're having fun. Like, actually, it looks more like a circus, but hey. All right. So your counterpart here is, all right, going through this 10 of Swords, and I'm hearing self-sabotage. They're ending the self-sabotage, things, lies, deceit, things that they've done in their own life, their self-shadow side, right, of just because I just caught my eye on the lower world as I was reading this, which reminds me of our own shadow side that we have to embrace and accept, forgive ourselves, and move forward. And that's what this card represents, the 10 of Swords, realizing that a lot of the pain and the hurt that it has happened is because of self-sabotage, perhaps decisions or indecisions, because to not make a decision is still a decision. That's what Spirit said. Judgment here is putting number 20, not only 10 an ending, but an ending 2 times over. So I'm getting that this has been done, dead, and buried, whatever in their past that was causing them this pain. And he's coming up victorious with this new change. He's coming out of this battle with not only his own sword of truth upright, but the swords of others, ready to move forward in his soul purpose, his journey, understanding from that new perspective of how to move forward into his soul purpose with this enlightenment all around him. Okay, let's take a look at the career. Okay, very nice. These are all beautiful cards of growth. You look here, and this King of Pentacles being strong with fruit, everything coming to fruition, standing on his foundation, his earthly possessions, but this is about on his pentacles, right? So making money, whether he's starting a new business, but he's standing on his foundation, and it is coming to fruition, listening to his higher self for growth. And also this is being maybe a little proud, but not in a bad way, because you see how he's sticking his chest out, spreading his wings here, like, yes. And this reminds me of like accolades, right? The kudos to him type energy, and knowing that he's guided by the star, his spirit guides, believing that, but he's looking forward to the future of how he can love himself, how he can self-nurture himself for growth, and how he can move forward, because he's looking to the future, not to the past. It's a strong king energy, very masculine energy. It could be male or female, but in their masculine energy. Okay? And this Page of Cups here shows that while they have been fulfilling their own cup of love, yes, things around them have been fishy or crabby, causing them pain at times, holding them back, but they know that they can wish upon this star, and they have lots of stars all around them, that they are shining brightly. They're shining within. The more they grow, the more they ascend in their journey, their growth. They, even if it is emotional, I hear that they are loving themselves right now and nurturing themselves, which is excellent. Because we know, even if they're not with their divine counterpart right now, they need to nurture themselves. If they haven't already fulfilled their own cup, if you haven't fulfilled your own cup, you need to love yourself first before you can express that to someone else. To move forward, to be able to be emotionally available to someone else, you have to be emotionally stable to yourself. Number 6 of Swords, moving on. This guy can't get out of here fast enough. Why? Because this is like a, first of all, it's in a tidal wave of emotions that has been here, and not for his greater good, not for the good of his highest self. And he's decided to leave things behind, even if he had to shed parts of himself, shed his old self, so that he can grow, in his own skin, his new self. Things that are going to blossom for him in the future. Again, you notice he is moving forward to the future, not looking back. And that is just music to his ears. When someone says, this is over, this is an ending, I just heard that is music to his ears, because he really wants this new beginning. He really wants to have that self-love, that inner peace. Beautiful. Okay. And how do your ancestors feel about this? Let's take a look. Your ancestors that are all around you are saying, number 5, embrace the change that is around you. The stone of ancestors, someone's grandmother or mother that has passed on already is around you. And they're saying, yes, make this choice and choose wisely, because with our guidance, we're pointing you to what is for your highest good, right? And embrace the change and allow change to occur. That's what they're letting you know, that this is a divine connection to bring you peace, to bring you inner peace, and consider it like a snuggle, a hug. They want to embrace you, and they're all around you with these flames just hugging their face. They just love you, and they want you to know, to trust this, the lessons you're receiving, because they are coming in peace to help you gain that inner peace. And these lessons you're receiving are for your own growth, for that peace, to bring you honor within yourself, that self-respect again. Something perhaps some of you have lost sight of because of past pains, past hurts, maybe karmic energy around you or toxicity around you. But know that it's for your greater good. And grandmother here, grandmother moon, is around you, and this owl is coming with wisdom. And yes, well, grandmothers always have wisdom, right? They always have the wisest things to tell us, because they've lived so many years long before us. They've lived through the great recessions and recessions after recessions and wars. So they have a lot of wisdom on a lot of parts and aspects of life. So listen to your grandmother. If you're young, millennial, and you think that they don't have something to teach you, they do. So just listen to them. This is about divine protection. Your spirits are around you. And listen to your intuition that is guiding you spiritually. Spirit is giving you these clues, these signs and synchronicities around you, to have that intuition, that inner rhythm, so that you can flow carefully. Yeah, and remember, the advice here is flow as well, but to have that rhythm of the flow, to allow things to move you to your highest good. And don't be afraid of reflecting with self-reflection. Here, your ancestors are letting you know, with wisdom, it is wise to sometimes sit and meditate and look back, self-reflection, to our own shadow side, how we affected other people, how our decisions perhaps put us in a certain position where we were at. But know that these things happened. They were divinely guided so that you would learn a lesson. Something that you had to learn, not to hurt you. They didn't happen to you. They happened for you, for your growth, to make you stronger, to move forward in a situation. Spirit guides around you want you to know, dream traveler, know that signs and synchronicities are, even if your dreams seem a little bit emotional, as beautiful as they might be, know that you can travel in your dreams to the 5D, astral travel, to your future, to your other self. And also I'm hearing that with dream travel, your dreams are bringing you messages of how to move forward, and what messages are hidden in the dreams you have. If you remember the dreams you're having, like a week later or 4 days later, and you think something is occurring and you think, oh, how did I handle it in that dream? It's because the dream is there to teach you lessons without actually having to go through it in the 3D. Okay, the sacred mountain is here to know. It's about, remind you, life may be a journey. It's like a maze sometimes. It's a path you follow. And while it may feel at times like you're climbing the steepest mountain, but it's about the journey to get there, gaining the strength as you go along to make it to the top of that mountain, where you will gain that inner peace, that one with self. And again, with the elder ancient wisdom is coming across to guide you here. Know that your ancient grandmother, your ancient ancestors are with you, guiding you and pulling you away from danger. And this to me right now looks like a forest fire behind, and this ancestor here, the elder of deer, is guiding these other little deer away from harm's way. So know that your ancestors are guiding you away from harm, moving you forward out of that tidal wave of emotions. Okay, let's look at our overall energy of what's coming at you today, right? Want to know what you're dealing with? Well, first off, I noticed that every one of these cards only have one person in these cards, and that one person is you, right? So you're coming across, first up is the Queen of Pentacles, working on your stability, your pentacles, to have what you're doing to bring the most growth to yourself in your mission, or the most growth in your pentacles. And maybe you're just feel like you're never going to receive that love, but I'm drawn to this little cherub here. Know that your angels are around you, and he's blowing them a kiss. So you are loved. You are worthy. Spirit wants you to know you are loved and worthy. You are receiving love. Your ancestors are all around you. Page of Cups here, and you're loving yourself, going on yourself, making your own pentacles, but also nurturing yourself. Same with the Page of Cups here. Confirmation with both, but it brings you a rainbow. It brings you peace to find that self-fulfillment, that emotional connection to you, the true you, and being truthful to you, because you're not afraid now to look at your shadow self and your responsibility of things, and forgive yourself for those shadow personality things, or shadow like as habits, overindulgence in things. You've forgiven yourself, hopefully. If not, then that's the advice, but it brings you peace. And Page of Wands, we have a lot of pages here. To me, pages are about beginners, the novice, someone that's just starting out. So perhaps we have a lot of new waivers on the channel, just starting out in their journey in this divine connection, and that it's the connection or the journey of self-love, the inner peace, right? But because you found that you have to love yourself first before you can love that divine counterpart, the person that Spirit sent to you as a twin flame or as a soulmate, however it resonates for you, right? Page of Wands here is going on that journey of self-discovery alone, knowing that it is spiritually guided, but that you're strong enough to do it. You're strong enough to support yourself, to love yourself, and that you alone are strong enough to move forward. And if you are able to let go of control and allow Spirit to guide you, then you are able to make these offers, or offer to someone else, your divine counterpart perhaps, but you're letting Spirit take the reins of the situation, because in here you see this horse doesn't have a saddle or reins. He's just trusting that Spirit will guide the horse to where it needs to go, to that special person that needed to make a decision, because he's headed to this card, not this card. This one, she's moving on, she's loving herself, she's growing her pentacles, but this one is still stuck in a situation, a karmic situation, whether a person, place, or thing. It could be a job, could be the karmic energy that's not allowing them to move forward or to choose right, or perhaps it's their own monkey mind of confusion of which to choose. You or the karmic, you or the job, you or this other location. For many of you, you might even live in another country than your person. But this also drawn to the box down here that reminds me of Pandora's box. And, well, you feel like the one that you chose before over and over again, you rode that hamster wheel and stayed in the same cycle. And all it brought you was Pandora's box, right? I love the name Pandora, but Pandora's box is all about kind of like karma, all these crazy things happening all at once. And that's because you're in a karmic situation. It was only there for lessons. Your time of learning that lesson is over, right? Everything has already been revealed to you that you needed to know from that situation, and you need to choose something else. Make a different decision. Get off the hamster wheel of doing it the same way. It's a lot of talking. All right, let's near future for yourself, collective. My peeps. Number 3, 11 and 10, but this is 55, so you don't really break it down. 2 5s is change, all about change. All right. All right, so Spirit wants me to do the Sorcerer first. So the Sorcerer here is, I'm going to show you the card first up. All right, so the Sorcerer is looking backwards, right? Looking to the left, the past. This is more to the future. So he's looking back, but on the things that he's learned. This is near future. He's going to be looking back at the things that he has learned regarding this connection, listening to, you know, his heart chakra is open, his throat chakra is open, his crown chakra is open. He's received a lot of accolades for the strength he has gained in this journey, and that he's traveled with passion, but love of self and others, learning that unconditional love as well, and just taking a moment to look back at how far he's come, or she. The Thunder card, number 11. This reminds me kind of the eclipse, the sun, moon, and this other coming together, blending. But Thunder warns us of something that's coming that you're not going to see coming, something that's going to arrive in the near future that you're going to think it's this way or this thing, and it's going to be something different. Like thunder warns us of the lightning that's going to strike, right? And how far away it's going to strike, how close, how strong the lightning is that's coming at us. But then all of a sudden they look and it's not lightning at all, but a herd of bison, a herd of buffalo coming. And if you're not alert to the signs of what is exactly is, if you're not afraid, if you are afraid to see things or the synchronicity Spirit shows you so that you can see it coming, then you're going to get run over like a tower moment. But if you're aware that whatever is coming your way is for your highest good, and it's not lightning, it's going to be something different, something that you didn't imagine, didn't expect. It's coming to you here in the near future. And Taming the Wind is looking to the future, and knowing now, and I'm going to show these here. So this change is going to come like this, right? Here they're looking at the past, remembering all they've gone through and how much stronger they are for it. Something is going to happen, and it's going to move you to be able to move forward, to see things clearly from a different way. The wind is part of us. You're going to understand finally that how everything is energy, everything is connected. It's very much draped in all these earthly things, the feathers of animals, the plants, right, in the air around it. Taming the wind within ourselves is, to me, like taming the dragon within us, knowing when to speak, but always to speak out with love and light, and to share your kindness and be empathetic and compassionate to others, and to tame that of which we speak and when to, the wisdom of when to speak, even the wind within us. Okay, your counterparts in your future has a whole bunch of cards. 4. Okay. Number ending is the Witness. 8 is Earth. Number 4 is Protection, and 4 is Lower World, Protection. So these kind of go together. So I'm going to set them aside a minute and deal with these two. They look a lot alike, you'll notice. Okay. The Witness is your highest self, your seer, your third eye, and how you're seeing things now. You're witnessing these changes that are occurring within yourself with a higher perspective, this transformation that you're going through, and ending to your old self and embracing your new self. This is the counterpart, mind you. They're seeing things differently from a new, higher perspective. They're witnessing the change not only in you, divine counterpart, but within themselves, and they're embracing themselves and understanding how everything is connected. Number 8 what they need to cut out of their life and leave behind that uprooted belief system and embrace their new belief system, because they've received the clarity with their third eye and listening to their intuition from spiritual guidance. And how they speak, there's a lot of things covering their mouth here, these lines, but earth is very grounded energy. And this also reminds me of the circle of life, understanding the circle of life, how we come from earth and we return to earth. So kind of like a physical death and rebirth type, a reincarnation energy. And someone here is witnessing that occurring with someone. Okay. Number 4 and 4, all about protection. So this one's about going within and calling back your soul, fragmented pieces of your soul, parts of you that you felt like you've lost along your journey. Perhaps many of you, if you're new to the journey, then you might still need to do some inner child healing. Things that were traumatic to you that you may not even know that they've affected you from childhood. Things that may have left you feeling abandoned, or feeling like you had to sacrifice everything, or someone else had, was always after what you wanted, envious, or dealing with jealousy even. But this is dealing with all those fragmented pieces of your soul throughout your life to this point. And you're calling your fragmented pieces back so that you can help heal your inner child and go back in your mind space and see from each age, say age 0 to 5, 0 to 10, whatever, and forgive your family or whoever hurt you in that time frame and your responsibility for it, even if you were, forgive yourself for whatever part you played in it, so that you can allow healing to take place and release that pain, that trauma to the ethers, asking Spirit or Archangel Michael to fill that void in your life with unconditional love for yourself, helping you to heal your soul. Number 4, know that you are divinely protected about the lower world. This is your shadow side, going within and looking at your things that you were responsible for in your lifetime that caused pain or heartache to someone else, or physical pain to someone else, whatever shadow side of you that there was in the past, right? People you may have dated, people you may have, put in third-party situations, maybe you used to be a drug addict, whatever the case be, it's a shadow side of ourselves, and we all have shadow side. We weren't born, an angel. As we grew, we did things that maybe, even if it was you were 10 years old and you stole gum from a store, whatever, it's still something you need to deal with in your shadow side. And that's knowing that you're protected as you travel back. So go into meditation and ask Spirit, the seer, to come forth and show you what you don't want to see, things that you need to heal. And as those little images or thoughts pop up through your head, either journal them or go back and release them into the ethers and forgive yourself for them, so that you can heal again your soul to gain that inner peace. And as you grow and you heal yourself, it's healing your counterpart. This is the counterpart, but same energy. Going with the flow. Number 2, both of you, it's that yin and the yang, that infinite number 8 like energy, right? What goes around comes around, of the flow, but also don't swim upriver against the current. This reminds me of, everything changes of when the river comes down, even if it's a flood, then it changes, makes some minor changes to the riverbed, the material, the earth around it that holds it. But Spirit wants you to swim with the flow of it. Go with the flow of it. Don't swim against or try to swim upriver, in other words. Spirit's trying to bring you blessings and bring these things to you for growth, for your own growth on this journey. And the Spirit wants you to flow with what Spirit is bringing you so that you can make that change, make that growth. Give us true and precise messages as we clarify these, please. In the near future for the collective. near future for their counterpart. And clarify flow, please. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles is earthly energy being grounded, right? Doing work on herself, working to blossom. And spiritual, number 5, is making the changes needed. The sun has set on that old situation, the old you way of being. Spiritualist here is making the changes through like vision, spiritual journeys, meditation to find that change and that inner growth within yourself. The Page of Cups, clarified by the woman warrior here. Number 5, about change, cutting things out that no longer serve you, especially regarding your shadow side. We have the moon here. So whatever it is that you need to cut out, when you see that, cut it out, release it to spirit, and move forward and fill your own cup of self-love. Page of Wands is this person is moving forward for their highest good. And number 10 is the sun has set on this situation where it is time to move forward, for the sun to shine on you, for that new beginning to lead you over the next mountain. Medicine wheel is this is the healing moment where you may not see that it's for your greatest good, but know that spirit is guiding you and protecting you and healing you as you journey. Knight of Pentacles, moving forward, offering this is the giveaway dance, and here you see him giving away this pentacle, right? Moving forward for equal give and take. The Two of Wands and is clarified by a Two of Pentacles, all about partnerships. But with this, but moving forward, and a decision that has to be made regarding something. One is going to still bring you the path to resistance of Pandora's box. The other path is going to be divinely guided and protected and bring you peace. So you choose what path you're going to be on with self-will. You can choose, but it's going to dictate whether it's one of suffering and challenges or one of peace and love and light. So choose the path for yourself to have peace within yourself, love yourself, to move forward. Take the leap of faith forward with the Fool card here for your new beginning, for yourself, for you. And know with the Maiden of Peace pipes here is even if you don't see where you're going, you feel like you're being led into the darkness, know that this path is for your highest good. Okay, and with these cards here, yeah, getting back on the horse and move forward. If this is regarding a situation, yeah, because they're leaving the situation and it's been really emotional, but at the same time, hearing that ending is music to your ears, and remember that you don't want to hang around with the crabs, right? You want to move forward. So get back on the horse and move forward. It's going to take some strength, but you can do it. Know that you need to go within and listen to spiritual guidance to go with the flow, to be guided in this new beginning. And cultivation, number 5, is about change. Change how or where you're planting your seeds. Plow up this other field and plant new seeds to move forward. And we have here Warrior of Pipes, taking control of your situation, but letting spirit control the destination and how, the where, the when, and having faith and spirit to guide you by going within a vision quest, number 7, as you meditate and ask spirit guides to give you that vision quest of where this is taking you and how or what you're supposed to be doing for your soul purpose, to guide you towards your soul purpose. All right, and any other advice from spirit? Any other advice? Contentment. You, your divine counterpart, and spirit traveling together in the sun for equal balance, equal give and take and balance, and you will be content. And do not mourn what you have to leave behind, what you have to cut out. Do not mourn it. If something is no longer there, it's served its purpose. Or for some, if you have loved ones that are going to be passing away in the month of January or February, know that it's not a time to mourn, but celebrate their life for what it was and move forward. Don't get dragged down by the mourning process. Don't get dragged down by the lower world energy. For stability here with pregnancy, someone is going to be getting pregnant or has gotten pregnant. Someone here is going to be birthing a new beginning as well. And there will be endings, there will be deaths. But Spirit says don't mourn these deaths and mourn, but look for the births, look for the new beginnings. Where there is a death, there is a birth. The cycle of life. Also, for some of you, this is about the death and rebirth of your soul. Some of you, it will be about actual deaths with loved ones in your life. Okay, the Queen cards. What the goddesses want you to know. Of course, medicine woman here. You had medicine wheel twice, I think. Ishiel, medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. So many of you, your soul purpose is about the healing of others. And it's also right now about your transformation. The butterfly maiden is here to know or guide you that you have the power in your hands to see or foresee things occurring and see these changes occurring in yourself as well. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. What the gods and goddesses want you to know. Okay, the angels want you to know. Angel of the universe, you are being encouraged to expand your thinking. Think outside the box. Angel of healing, again with healing. The angels have felt your sadness and have shown up today to send you healing. Yes. And love and light. And God of the arts, the artist within you is about to emerge. And what do the fairies want you to know? Well, they want you to have faith, to believe in magic. Again, the fairies want you to know they are around you. You just have to believe, have to think and see them, see their energy as they flutter around, to believe in magic, but mostly to believe in yourself. You are capable of great things. And follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compassionate for your creative talents. Yes. For the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major changes in your life. And that's pretty much the theme of this whole thing, is not only to move on. You have the moving on here, right? Someone's moving on. We had it here. And your elders or ancestors, your elders and ancestors were showing you moving on, right? But that they are with you to help you and protect you in this moving on. All right, so that is what I have for you. I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Namaste.